Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Let's dive in for Sagittarius and get a quick spread. The highest teams of love and light for the highest timeline. Sagittarius messages for Sagittarius people and placements. Feminine sideways. So you could be dealing with a masculine or thinking about a masculine maybe. Storm. Interesting. Remembering. Awakening. So maybe you're thinking back on something that happened regarding your family or commitment or a real estate situation that could have heard blown up, or yeah, we have Mars here. So it could be something hot, attraction, passionate, fiery. This could be moving away from controlling dynamics or control in general. Sagittarius people in placements. Resistance in the reverse, closed off in the reverse in the future. Okay, Sagittarius people in placements. Venus, this could be a new opportunity. Could be a cycle of some sort. Renewal is popping out on the top. Anything else for Sag? So this could be a romantic situation, perhaps. There was a need to release, surrender, purge in order to go through renewal, maybe to stop repressing something or something like that. Maybe something about anger. You could have been dealing with a fire sign. We have something about trusting divine timing, isolating in the reverse, and self-care and ace of air on the top of the deck, which could mean communication or clarity of thought. But let's grab you some, July is on when I split the deck, so Cancer energy is there. Somebody here could have Cancer placements or family matters, things like that could be of importance. Sagittarius people and placements, messages for Sag. Celebration, fun, enjoyment, okay. Don't be tempted to lower your standards. Interesting. Anything else for Sag? Yeah, there could have been some kind of disappointment, but it looks like there is some kind of birth or conception of a child or enterprise, something new here. Interesting. So trusting divine timing in regards to any kind of disappointments could be relevant. Someone you might have thought was insincere or undependable might be more sincere than you think. We have feather here in the reverse. So feathers could be relevant. This could be a fire sign, Sagittarius people in placements. Okay, we're just going to move on to the other half of the deck, or maybe jump into some tarot and continue. Yeah, let's get some tarot. Want to know what the energy is for Sag. What's the general tarot spread to explain this situation? Most pertinent, relevant information from the highest teams of love and light for the highest timeline. Sagittarius, so tell me to grab this deck. Okay, Wheel of Fortune wants to show itself, so definitely something about divine timing. Something about your clarity. There's something about getting clear. Maybe you need to get clear. Tell me more. Yeah, you could have taken some time out because you felt like your work was being affected or your daily routine, or Six of Pentacles in the reverse could mean like something out of whack regarding like your priorities or your reciprocity. King of Cups energy there. Tell me more. You were seeing something clearly maybe beyond some kind of deception, or there's a need to strategize something. Yeah, healing. There could be something about healing here, or seeing something more clearly now. Maybe healing is being revealed for you. This is about prioritizing. You're not juggling between multiple things anymore. Maybe you're prioritizing what's important with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Pentacles here. This could be something about a friend, coworker, commitment, Hierophant energy here. Interesting. Trust and divine timing, Taurus energy. Forward momentum, Cancer energy. So there's some kind of movement towards a commitment potentially. Looks like there's some either, Sagittarius people in placements. Anything else? There's something that you're beginning to see clearly. You could be walking away, or it feels like, not walking away, but it feels like any kind of conflict with the Five of Swords. This could be jealousy, competition, negative words, cruelty is fading out of the connection. There could be a renewal in that sense. There could have been some kind of pain, maybe a heartbreak in the past in this situation. Yeah, there could have been some kind of sleepless nights or like self-imposed restrictions in this connection as well. Eight of Swords energy. Let's see. Four of Wands. Yeah, this is about stability. Interesting. Stability. Sagittarius people in placements. The Fool in the reverse. It looks like something was rejected in the past. This could have caused a storm, chaos. Something was not right to go ahead at that time. It could have been a complete cycle that needed to close or something like that. Maybe it's a cycle of bad dynamics or stubbornness. Yeah, there was something here that was impacting maybe your finances or the feminine's finances, Queen of Pentacles, or finances in general, Sagittarius. There could have been something about moving away from a third-party situation, Three of Pentacles in the reverse, or Temperance. Yeah, there was a lack of peace in the past. This could be a Sagittarius energy. Anything else for Sag? Empress, interesting. So there's something about really focusing on nurturing yourself. King of Wands, Ace of Wands. There could be something about a masculine fire sign here. There could be a new passionate beginning with this person, or there's a want for it. Interesting. Tell me more. Actually, let's get your advice. What's your advice? What's the highest timeline advice? Oh, shit. There she blows. What's the advice for their highest timeline for Sagittarius? 5 of Wands in the future. There could be some kind of fighting that might happen, or you're solving some kind of fighting because it's coming out sideways. So this could be about, as an advice, I would say like maybe solving some kind of conflict. 8 of Cups in the reverse, though, as a part of your advice, could mean not detaching from something, because 8 of Cups usually means leaving something behind emotionally. So in the reverse, I would say it's not doing that. Sagittarius, any other advice from the highest teams of love and light for their highest timeline? Ace of Wands. So this new opportunity here, this revival of the past, maybe with this King of Wands energy. 10 of Cups. Wow, happy family. 10 of Cups. This could be working on like a long-term balance or commitment. Interesting. Brings victory and peace. 10 of Cups. Good cards for your advice, honestly. Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups. 8 of Cups in the reverse. 5 of Wands sideways in the future. So solving some kind of conflict. Yeah, letting go of burdens here. Interesting. Hearing the church bells really loudly now. There could be something that needs to be fixed here. Yeah, there's some kind of clarity regarding some kind of justice. Okay, let's get your future. I want to see what the future, what else they need to tell us. What is the future for Sagittarius? People in placements in the highest teams of love and light. What is the future holding? Putting something to rest, I heard. Okay, Sagittarius. What's the future? Future for Sag. What is coming in the future? Moving away from sadness. 5 of Cups in the reverse, so that's good. Wow, 8 of Swords. That's the energy I was sensing, and that's the cycle that's closing out. This could be like self-imposed restrictions that could be closing out of your life. This could be like cycles, dynamics, thoughts, mindsets, beliefs that could have been impeding you in some way. 8 of Swords in the reverse. So there's definitely a cycle closing out with that in the future. That's lovely. Let's actually search it up for you guys. Breaking free from self-limiting beliefs, finding liberation, and gaining a clearer perspective. Finding liberation, interesting. It suggests escaping mental traps, overcoming fears and insecurities, and taking control of your life by embracing your own power. The card encourages you to remove the blindfold of your fears and see that to see your opportunities and worth, leading to increased confidence and the ability to solve problems in career and relationships. You are releasing yourself from self-imposed limitations, old fears, and mental constraints. You are taking back your power, refusing to be confined by circumstances, and finding solutions to your problems. The blindfold of fear is coming off, allowing you to see your life and yourself with greater clarity and recognizing your true worth. This card brings a sense of hope, encouraging self-acceptance and finding happiness from within. So maybe you noticed that there were cycles where you were letting fears dictate your life. You know, for example, they're probably going to cheat on me eventually, this is probably not going to work out in the long term anyways, or just pessimism, right? So that could be also part of this. So this could be like emotionally as well. So you could be facing those fears, but let's get you some other cards. Sagittarius, most important vital messages. Someone here could have a lot of emotions for you as well. Could be a masculine here. Could be a masculine who has maybe Cancer and Sagittarius in their chart, or could be water, fire. Actually, we're going to grab a different deck. Sagittarius, what's your most important advice from your highest teams of love and light at this present moment? Wow, Black Bear. All you must do is accept the power awaiting your arrival. Accept the power awaiting your arrival. Anything else for Sag if that was not the card that was meant to come out? Serpent in the reverse. So maybe you're like transmuting something, or something's changing, elevating. Interesting. Milk Moon Witch. Watch as the tides turn in your favor, weaving the waters within and conjuring unspoken desire. On the top of the deck. Alrighty. Clarity. The tides are turning victorious outcome. The answer to your situation is about to become very clear, just as the night sky blooms with moonlight on a full moon. There's something about what you've asked that has remained hidden until now. So I did see you beginning to see something clearly. We had the Seven of Cups sideways. We had the Seven of Swords sideways, which means clarity. No more deception, no more denial. And Two of Pentacles in the reverse, which to me always signals priorities kind of clearing up, clearing out. But it says, a piece of information you didn't know was missing, or confirmation that your suspicions were correct. Perhaps it's confirmation you've had it wrong the entire time, leading to a very pleasant surprise. No matter what your opinions are about your circumstances, know that things are about to reach an apex, and you'll have everything you need to make a proper decision. Well, it is a full moon eclipse tonight, right? To expect things to work in your favor when pulling this card, and that you will soon move into a positive, nourishing period. You may experience a financial windfall or be victorious in a legal matter or competition. This could be something about self-worth, love, money. Yeah. Interesting. Taurus energy. Let's get you one of these. Sagittarius, people and placements. What's your most vital piece of advice for Sag? The highest teams of love and light for their highest timeline. You could be releasing a lot, clearing away, throwing out a lot of things that had energies or just things that you didn't need. Interesting. You could have gone through a period of rest after a career change, potentially. Soulmate, wow. Maybe releasing things to align with a soulmate. There could be a lot of spirits around you as well helping this. So maybe you're noticing like signs from spirits, your spirit team ancestors. Yeah, you could be opening up, leaving a period of solitude. Yeah, there was some kind of crumbling down in the past. Something fell apart. Sagittarius, anything else? Okay, we're going to move on. Let's go into one of these maybe. White light cards for Sag. Highest timeline. Messages from your spirit team, guardians, and guides for their highest love and light, their best glorious future. And a pauses. Yeah, I see you've definitely gone through a pause in the past. There could be something about taking a pause out. You're healing something. Shekinah, number 6 here. Interesting. Let's see. All right. The spiritual worlds want to help you resolve your worldly concerns. It is safe for you to rely on Spirit as a loving, protective, helpful, and practical presence able to positively affect all areas of your life, including facilitating the resolution of physical problems. Don't limit spirituality to concepts. Instead, apply higher knowledge and principles and grow your wisdom and live your path. Interesting. Acknowledge your value as a person, as a soul, and treasure the gift of your path, and let your spirituality integrate with all facets of your life. Shekinah is a Hebrew word that translates as the dwelling place of the divine. Shekinah is the embodiment of light. She is us when we're living our spiritual path, applying wisdom and principles so our actions, our courage, our choices awaken compassion in our world. We are the sacred change makers and healers of the collective. The divine electricity of spirit needs willing soul bulbs to shine forth. In the esoteric Jewish tradition of Kabbalah, Shekinah is a sacred feminine, the capacity for an experience of spirit entering the soul of a human being. When a soul is approaching the sacred experience of Shekinah, the ego has given way to some degree. There is enough inner space and heart willingness to surrender and receive so that spirit can infuse the soul. The soul becomes more luminous with white light. We resonate more with spirit than ego. We feel like our true selves. When the soul becomes Shekinah, the holy dwelling place of the spirit, our experience is very different from the ego-driven way of living. We slow down and accomplish that which is meaningful. We feel connected to all that is, so we're inspired to do what we can to help according to our tendencies and talents. We co-create rather than compete. We accomplish our aspirations because we are no longer in our heads, but practicing our spiritual path daily. Our practices resonate with our hearts, increasing our awareness, love, presence, patience, commitment, and peace. Our spiritual practices are our life raft when the oceans of life become wild, and our magic carpet when we feel stuck and need inspiration and freedom. Our practices increase our compassion for ourselves and others. When Shekinah is in a reading, you have both permission and encouragement from Spirit to embrace spiritual practices that resonate with your heart and commit to them, especially when you think you don't need them or they don't seem to be doing anything for you. Those are the times you need them most. To embrace Shekinah is to embrace action, to commit, to engage, to walk our talk, and be the light we want to see in our world. The ideas that nurture and inspire our heart are important, but the actions that but the actions that transform hesitation, fear, and doubt into boldness, trust, and confidence are essential to bring the ideas to life. You have it within you to live your light and put all your problems and concerns into the capable hands of a deeper guiding wisdom. You are not giving away your power in doing so, you are actually empowering your sacred fulfillment. The oracle brings notice of an opportunity to apply your spiritual principles. You're encouraged to consider how you can live so that your inner beliefs and outer actions are in alignment. This is not about denying the ego and its pains. It is about having compassion and responding from a place of kindness and determination to heal. The oracle also suggests a matter of material or physical concern may be touched and healed by spirit. Your task is to invite spirit in and allow it to do what it knows how to do. Find relief in the knowledge that spirit is with you and wants to heal you through all matters of concern. This could be about reciprocity, could be about relationships, dating, creativity, the soul. There could be something about a rebirth. 13 could be a relevant number as well. Alrighty, so they're telling me to pull some Sabian symbols. Sagittarius. Let's get the most important vital message from your spirit team on the highest timeline for your greatest good. Sagittarius, people and placements, vital messages for Sag. Oh, so maybe a lot has changed. A lot has been shaken up, or maybe things have been put in new places. Sagittarius, people and placements. Your spirit team of love and light. Cancer, 26. And Taurus, number 3. All right, 26, Cancer 26. Guests are reading in the library of a luxurious home. Interesting. A house is not a home unless it contains food and fire for the mind as well as the body. Margaret Fuller. A room without books is like a body without a soul. Marcus T. Cicero. The man who does not read good books has no advantage over the man who can't read them. Mark Twain. Never lend books, for no one ever returns, and the only books I have in my library are books that other folks have lent me. Anatoly France. You don't have to burn books to destroy a culture. Just get people to stop reading them. Ray Douglas Bradbury. Books like friends should be few and well chosen. Joineriana. Okay. War and Peace must wait for the leisure of retirement, which never really comes. Meanwhile, it helps to furnish the living room. Blockbusting fiction is bought as furniture. Anthony Burgess. The richest minds need not large libraries. Amos Bronson Alcott. Okay, keywords. Sharing of thoughts and ideas, an environment of social privilege. Interesting. Social protocol. It says that what one should be digesting emotionally, intellectually, or physically. Libraries, hotel reading rooms, chatting quietly, books, magazines, quiet knowing, atmosphere, learning and sharing ideas, having friends over, relaxing, taking time off, and study groups. The caution, relating on a superficial level or not being able to relate at all because of social expectations. Being told to keep quiet. Not saying what one really feels, focusing on the mind, not the heart, not being invited to the inner circles, special privileges for the few. We have Oracle. If you feel that everything is too confusing and complicated, you should go somewhere that allows for quiet times and informed reflection. We all lead busy lives, but finding time for reading or other leisure activities should not have to be difficult. Remember that life consists of more than work. Play as much as you can. Don't live life dreading for weekdays and longing for weekends. Nowadays, you don't even have to leave home to enjoy others and exchange thoughts. The internet can bring both people and huge libraries of information, saving you the effort of physically going out and searching for them. We are able to have access to a wide range of information, comment, and imagination without the restrictions of having to be wealthy, both in the luxury of time and the availability of valuable material. Don't cut yourself off from other people, though, as this could lead to loneliness. Commentary. The symbol guests are reading in the library of the luxurious home pictures people taking an opportunity to relax and enjoy themselves in comfortable surroundings. It is a time to catch up on the thoughts of others, whether by reading books, magazines, newspapers, or having quiet moments in conversation with people without feeling any pressure to return to work. If one feels at home in this situation, there will be feelings of release and relaxation. Interesting. If one feels at home in this situation, there will be feelings of release and relaxation. There is an opportunity to do some reading, a few crossword puzzles, perhaps some researching or learning. There does, however, need to be a caution against self-indulgence or just sitting around, as this could lead to laziness and a lack of motivation to get going with life. The luxurious home illustrates the fact that the opportunity to take time out to read or learn is really a luxury for many people. Let's see, Taurus, number 3. Natural steps up to a lawn blooming with clover. Interesting. Like the bee that is now blown honey heavy on my hand from his toppling tansy throne in the green tempestuous land. I'm in clover now, nor know who made the honey long ago. Edmund Blunden. Interesting. Sweet scents of summer air breathing over fields of beans or clover, the perfume of wet leaves or moss, the life of waving trees and shadows always changing. Charles Dickens. The reason so many people never get anywhere in life is because when opportunity knocks, they are out in the backyard looking for the four-leaf clovers. Talk to him of Jacob's ladder, and he would ask the number of steps. I like the man who faces what he must, with steps triumphant and a heart full of cheer, who fights the daily battle without fear. What a miserable thing life is if you're living with you're living in clover, only the clover isn't good enough. Wow. Keywords: hopefulness, inspirational possibilities, gradually enlarging one's vision, harmony, seasonal changes, running around on grass, bare feet, the beauty of greenery and flowers, stability on your path, steps that invite one on bigger and better things, abundance, nourishment, making small efforts that lead to large returns, places to spread out and relax, having plenty of room to move, gardens and parks. The caution: looking for an easy way out, not making the effort to find what is just a few steps away, being lazy when one should be going for the objective, temporary success, expecting everything to be laid out before you, weeds, unkept lawns, and neglected land. Interesting. This symbol shows that a time of fulfillment and completion is close, but there is still some small effort to be made to attain what you want or need. You must take the steps, even though they may be simple, to achieve what you want or to arrive where you want to be. There's definitely a need to put some effort into getting what you want, but it's probably not going to be too difficult or hard going. Be on the alert for laziness and a come what may attitude. Regardless of what others are doing, keep going the way you are. Following your natural intuition, and you will always find or achieve what you have in sight. Rewards can be just a few steps away. It may be worth remembering that this landing in the clover may only be temporary, as there will be new things to do and further things to strive for. You may not have found your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow just yet, but you are most likely on the right path. Commentary: natural steps up to a lawn blooming with clover implies steps that are inviting, promising, and easy to climb. It feels as though they're leading to the promise of beauty, greenery, and repose. They are the blooming with clover, which shows there is a reward at hand when the steps are taken. Bees love clover, and lawns blooming with it ensures the bees make honey, and therefore life will be sweet. Clover has long been believed to mean good luck, prosperous circumstances, and luxurious surroundings. Also, the expression "he's in clover" or "living in clover" comes from the belief that if you had plenty of clover for your cows to eat, they would produce good milk, thereby providing nourishment for everyone. Well, I hope that helped you in some way. Let's get juicy messages and close out. Actually, we'll grab a Celtic. They're guiding me towards the Celtics. Talking about all this green. Sagittarius, people and placements. What is the most valuable message for their highest timeline of love and light? For the highest advice, for the greatest good for Sagittarius, placements and people. Interesting. Could be walking through a portal away from some kind of conflict. Red dragon. Wow. This is a relationship. Okay. We have hand fasting. So this is about marriages. Number 31. This could be communication, initiating communication. Hand fasting, love, commitment, and fidelity. Hand fasting is a type of marriage ceremony where the hands of the bride and groom are bound together to signify they are one. Traditionally, their hands were cut and their blood mixed to symbolize the merging of two clans and bloodlines, hence the saying, blood of my blood, bone of my bone. Hand fasting would be a part of a legal marriage ceremony or could take place as a more informal declaration of love. The couple would then be regarded as wed by the clan. This is a lovely card suggesting a marriage or long-term romantic commitment is on the horizon. Expect bold romantic gestures and proposals. If you're single, this card could indicate a significant new love is on the way to you, especially if an Amkara is also in the spread. It wasn't, so this could be somebody you know. In essence, this is a card of love, marriage, and happy ever afters. It might not always be a bed of roses, but it will always be worth it. This could be something about real estate as well. Maybe we'll get information on this love situation. Tell me more about hand fasting here for Sagittarius, people in placements. This could be somebody this is somebody you already know. Tell me more. Could be somebody you worked with, potentially, Sagittarius. Yeah. Somebody you invested in. And you're healing a heartbreak. 3 of Swords in the reverse. You're coming out of heartbreak. Could be a Taurus. Wow. Ace of Cups. Okay. New beginning in love. Let's get you some Lenormand. Sagittarius, people in placements. Any other messages from the highest themes of love and light? Letter. The surprise letter from a place remote brings good news from a friend who wrote, if the words portend a stormy sky, sadness will soon much intensify. Anchor. Interesting. Let's get you a flower. Sagittarius, people in placements. Actually, they're really guiding me towards the tea leaf, so I don't want to neglect the tea leaf. There's obviously messages in here for them. Sagittarius people and placements from the highest teams of love and light, clarity, guidance. If you have any other messages you'd like to provide for Sagittarius. Yeah, you're resolving some kind of problem from the past. This could be a Taurus energy. This could be something about money, if not a Taurus. Getting back to what's important, news. Interesting. Dark man. This could be somebody who has darker features. There's something about your life not being as indecisive anymore or rambling aimlessly. Anything else for Sag? You're triumphing over obstacles, eagle. Yeah, triumphing over obstacles and troubles. Love it. Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. It could be connected with something from the past. You could be a young woman I could be speaking to. And let's continue with the flowers. Sagittarius people and placements. Most important vital messages from the highest teams, from the highest timeline, from their guardians and guides. Daisy, that's cute. I like Daisy. Oh, I'm just going to put that there. It's a lot of nature energy for sure. Maybe use the rest of the weather. Daisy. It is said that the daisy got its name from the phrase day's eye, because it will open its petals every morning to gaze at the sun and close them again at night. Daisy's whimsy and childlike spirit always brings optimism and even joy in the darkest of days. Daisy is ideal for dream magic, as you keep a bouquet of daisies next to your bed or place a single blossom beneath your pillow to invite good dreams. When you're facing a difficult decision and don't know what you truly want, pluck a daisy. Assign one path to the first petal and the second to the next, alternating as you go. When you reach the last petal, check in with yourself. Are you disappointed by the daisy's answer, or are you relieved? Either way, you now have information about which path is right. That's interesting. Okay. Let's get some dice from your highest teams of love and light. Sagittarius energies. What's the most important relevant information from the dice? 3. This could be communication. Wow. Could be Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius people and placements. So it could be something about communicating, about reciprocity. We have luck and right timing, fortune's wheel, wheel of fortune, divine timing at play, definitely in your love life or creativity. Number 23 there. And the initiation, the crossing. So you could be crossing a threshold into a new reality, a new portal. So, yeah. Let's continue. Let's get you an angel. Sagittarius. What is the most important, relevant, highest timeline advice from your spirit team? The highest teams of love and light. Let go of guilt. When you allow yourself to shine bright, to inspire others, forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learning grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. A gratitude list. Attracting, not chasing. Interesting. Anything else for Sag? Moonlighting. You could start working on your dream career part-time while keeping the other job to pay the bills. Soon the dream career takes flight and fully supports you. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Was on the top of the deck. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is it accepting is it's offered. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through others. Be sure to accept the assistance as well as give it to others as you're guided. That's nice. I like that. Let's see what else we can get. Maybe some diamond cards for Sagittarius. People and placements. Sagittarius. The number 3 is really relevant. Maybe Gemini energy is really relevant. Sagittarius. Most important vital messages from the highest teams of love and light. Yeah, there could be some kind of like unmasking of like darker things or things that have ended. Sagittarius, people and placements. Yeah, this is funny. The Orphan in the reverse. And I was seeing that when I grabbed the deck for the first time. It was the first card I saw. So I think you're coming out of being orphaned or not having access to something, being cut off from something maybe. Sagittarius, people and placements. The eternal child. So there is something here about taking a lighthearted approach. Shapeshifting, yeah. You could be like shapeshifting into a new paradigm, a new reality, a new way of being, a new way of thinking, being creative. The poet is there, so maybe art and poetry and all that jazz could be really important as well. Let's grab you a last familiar card. Sagittarius, people and placements. What's your most vital advice from your highest timeline? Ferocity, interesting. Resourcefulness. Fairy. Okay. Believe in order to see. Time to reinvent yourself. Have a makeover. Look deeper beneath the surface. You are beautiful inside and out. Looks aren't everything. Interesting. Don't judge a book by its cover. Check your eyesight. Vital details could be hidden. Connect with the magic of nature. Beautiful. Wow. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Actually, we got to do bonus read. We got to do bonus messages. Sagittarius. Something about energy. You could feel like your energy is changing. Okay. Sagittarius. Something about sensing the right answers, the right messages as well. Keeping your intuition on, open. Okay, just one more. Oh. Alrighty, let's begin. We have, they didn't respect your energy. I'm not sure if this was upright or reversed, but this could be something connected with the past. Get a financial advisor could be relevant. Maybe, talking or thinking about your finances is really important. Grudge holder in the reverse, so you could be letting go of a grudge. Try to take away all your opportunities. They can't break your spirit. Don't boast. Keep success private. Taking better care of your mental state. Don't be afraid to want more. They wrote a script to get back into your life. Very demure. If it's not doing it for you, that's intuition. Not everyone who enters your life means you well. Natural exorcist. Wearing a mask, so you could be like kind of unmasking something. We saw that, like maybe there was like, this could be in your own life for yourself, like maybe there was dark things, or maybe you were dealing with somebody where you unmasked certain things. Something about snakes is really relevant. They're lying about their money. Okay. Stay in your masculine energy and reinstate self-control. Interesting. And junkies will steal from you and pawn it off, so you do need to be careful of theft or something like that, or people that just take from you and then give it to the next person or whatever like that. Seeing cooperation instead of competition on the top. Let's get you a animal. Or actually, let's see if we can get any extra last juicy messages for more clarity. Any extra messages for Sag so you can clarify this reading with. Okay, I'm seeing a few already pop out. They only want you because you're hot. I'm not sure if this, I think it was a reverse, so take it as you will. Listen closely to hear messages. Anything else for Sag? It says, you never know the results of your actions, but if you do nothing, there won't be results. Oh, shit. 3 more came down. Okay, we have money in the grave, Drake. In the past, we have your energy is currency. So make sure you're investing it wisely. And we have journaling. So maybe you need to journal to see your thoughts, to analyze things. Oh, another one. A lot of them are flying out. Liberating yourself. Interesting. Sagittarius, people in placements. Test people. Do they just want to trick you, use you, money? Stay secure. Sagittarius, people in placements. They wanted to control your fate in the past, maybe could have been relevant, or maybe you had people around you in the past like that. What else do we have? Addiction isn't love. Okay, interesting. And be careful of people who want to throw wrenches in your path. I think it was in the reverse, so take it as you will. Let's get one of these. Sagittarius, last messages from their highest teams of love and life for their highest timeline. Can you give us last messages to help Sagittarius? Legend. Okay. Self-care, red flag, sideways. Interesting. Let's get you Moonology. Sagittarius, people in placements. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. We do have the full moon tonight, actually. So there's a big kind of completion or culmination or understanding, maybe, at this point. Conclusions are within reach. Interesting. Any last messages for Sag from the spirit team, from their highest team of love and light? If there's any messages, thank you. Green Witch. No one decision is insignificant. The act of intentionality calls to you. 12. This could be something about self-love, money, consequences of your actions, mindfulness, and interconnectedness. A green witch is in tune with nature, sensing the connection between herself and all living things. So there's a big focus on nature in your reading, so maybe get outside today. She speaks to plants, animals, skies, and rivers, hearing their guidance and sorrows, taking just enough for her needs while bringing awareness to the ways humans have negatively impacted the planet. Knowing how she treats the earth is reflected in how she treats herself, and how she treats herself is likewise mirrored in the entire collective consciousness. Green Witch is here to remind you to be mindful of the consequences of your energy. The words you speak, the way you view yourself and others, as well as the actions you take, can have an impact on all of humanity. If you're cruel to someone, that person could go on to harm themselves or others. If you hide your life in the world because of low self-worth or shame, you rob others of the chance to love and appreciate your gifts you were sent here to share. What you say and do matters, even if you can't see the immediate cause and effect of your choices. And what you don't say and the ways you don't show up also have consequences. Okay, let's get you an animal. Sagittarius, spirit team, guardians and guides from the highest teams of love and light. Most valuable messages from the highest teams, guardians and guides, Angel Michael for Sagittarius. Oh, life stings in the reverse. Use your mind wisely. Interesting. Be at home in the reverse. Okay, well that kind of clears that up, doesn't it? Let's see. Are you holding on to anger, jealousy, or resentment because you got stung? Or could you have just stung yourself by comparing yourself to others? There will always be someone else who's more successful, happier, thinner, richer. Jealousy is the false belief that you can't have what you want, or someone could take away something that was supposed to be yours. Let it go and release all those feelings that are making the sting hurt long after the stinger's been removed. Lost Spirit has woken you up, and now you're called to trust. A disappointment can lead you to a different and better path. Align with Spirit now and trust that this too shall pass, and is already doing so, for the pain subsides when you stop telling the story of how much it hurt. This could be about something about work, career. Let's see. Could it be that you're not feeling comfortable in your own skin, thinking that the only way that you can be with others is to hide under the protection of a mask or identity you created to protect yourself from getting hurt? The mask or persona is supposed to make you look strong, but all it does is rob you of integrity. Wombat Spirit arrives to nudge you to drop the false masks, because it's not others who will hurt you now, it's you who are hurting yourself when you aren't being authentic. It's okay though, you can course correct if you're willing to be yourself no matter what comes, even if others are not in agreement with your authenticity or safe with Spirit. So I'm going to end it there. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link. We'll leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.